It's the final season of the Pilot FMOC series. We've got potentially 3 teams fighting for the title, 3 teams trying to secure a guaranteed invite to the next series, and 2 teams just playing for pride. Let's take a look at the teams one last time. It's safe to assume Sharp will be the preferred option up front, supported by attacking midfielder Mamadou Cabral for Dunk. Roy picked up Henry Smith in the auction to give more protection to his defence. Let's see if that's the missing piece to close the gap on Dunk. Rodrigo Torres should be free to play in a more advanced role now, after Stepan Lieber was drafted in the first round by Romford. Thomas Hernandez is an exciting addition to the young attack of Palic, along with first overall pick Jonathan Perales. We don't expect the lethal front 3 to change for Obi, but Pavlenko should be a nice addition to the defence. Unless he hits the ground running, I can't see a regular starting spot for Wonder Kid Endrick in the final season. India's boldly switched to 4-4-2 after picking up the only player in the Pilot to ever be bid on by all teams in the final auction of the series. Dupe has finally got his hands on a lethal number 9 and will be looking to end a surprisingly poor campaign on a high. So, are you backing Dunk to hold on for the win, or do we have another shock in store? Let's see how the teams finished the first round of games. Well, it looks like Obi has carried on his good form from last season, only dropping 3 points to Romford in a 3-2 loss. Dunk is at the wrong end of the table, but title challengers Romford and Roy aren't out of reach just yet. It looks like the defence is really letting Palic down, conceding over 2 goals per game so far. In the match of the round, Romford managed to beat Dunk 3-0, despite having 10 men for over 80 minutes. Thankfully, it doesn't look like we have any significant injuries to the teams so far. Move on to the halfway point of the season. Romford have climbed up to top of the table, with Dupe surprisingly jumping up to second place, thanks to 11 goals from his striker. Dunk looks to have picked up some form in recent games, but Obi and Indy have had a really poor round. Despite having the best defence, Pep is somehow struggling to get the goals for Roy's team. Jeremy Pino is largely to thank for Romford's swinging fortunes, getting 9 goals and 9 assists in just 14 games. Martinelli and Kimmich missed out most of the round for Obi, which probably explains the change in form. We're into the business end of the season now. It looks like Romford have extended the gap from Dunk to 18 points. However, he'll need to increase the gap to 27 points to win the series overall. Haaland is still scoring goals, but it's not enough to push Indy up the table. Obi looks to be the form team again, going into the last round of fixtures. Roy and Sean seem to have been stuck in the middle for most of the season, not able to put together a string of good results. Romford were pegged back by Obi in the game of the round, whilst Palic just about beat the 10 men of Dunk. As we go into the final round of games, it looks like every team is suffering a little from injuries. For the final round, we'll be taking it game by game to see if Romford can close that gap to Dunk. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a title race on our hands. Romford have survived a potential banana skin away to Roy, whilst Dunk has been slapped 4-0 by Obi. And Dunk's board are really feeling the pressure, trying to get rid of Ten Hag. But he's not getting out of it this easily. Back you come, Baldy. Looking forward to the next round, Romford should expect to win at home against Palic. There's no easy games for Dunk as he's playing at home to Sean. Dunks managed to stop the bleeding after a pretty comfortable 3-1 win over Sean. Romford kept the pressure on with a win over Palic. There were draws in the other two games. So we move on to the next set of fixtures, and this is a really important week for Romford. They'll be hoping that Roy does them a favour, but Dupe is no easy fixture this season. And it's turned out exactly how Romford would have wanted it. Boris scored early for Roy to give Romford the chance they need. And despite an early goal for Dupe, Romford got the win. So this is how the overall points look. Romford are 2 points behind, but because they'll have won 3 titles, they would win a tiebreaker. Obi has pretty much confirmed his invite for next series too. So here it is, the big one between Dunk and Romford. Interestingly, looking at the lineups, Cabral is up front for Dunk, and no Sharp on the bench either. For Romford, it looks like pretty standard lineup we've got, so let's get into it. Okay, no highlights in the first 15 minutes. Speak of the devil. Right, so yeah, it's interesting that Torres is playing right back for Romford, so a bit more of an attacking threat there for him. Playing it around nicely. Vinicius with a shot. Oh! Hello. Potential goal of the season candidate. Let's take another look at that one. So they're kind of just playing it around nicely in the middle. And Vinny just pulls away. Oh, beauty. You don't see those. Right, no response for Dunk. Let's have a look. So just pinging it around. Looks like it's going to be a Romford highlight. No. Enzo plays it in. Oh, lovely goal. Is it off? No, it's a goal. So kind of just hoofed it forward and Enzo picks out Rodrigo. Oof. Keeper should probably be saving that, I think. And we're straight into a highlight. Romford with the response. Torres is up there again. Plays it back. Oh, this looks like the other. Vinny! Ooh. Okay, we're just going into half time, it seems. Hold on. Oh! Almost a filthy front post goal. But no. Half time. And straight away, highlight for Dunk. I would assume. Gravenberch. He's laid it off. Enzo hits the bar. Cabral. Is he on? Another VAR check. And it's a goal. So it really looked like it was set up for Gravenberch to have a shot here, but he laid it off for Enzo, hit the bar, and Cabral was just quicker than the defender to nod it in. So they pulled it back, 2-1. Okay, we have got a highlight with Dunk attacking down the left-hand side. Looks like he's going to swing a ball in. No real target man, unfortunately. But Zaya has picked it back up. It leads to nothing. Now Torres is let loose on the right wing, being chased by a couple players. And they're going to switch it nicely. And again, another attacking fullback on the left-hand side for Romford. Oh, hello. Penalty. Looking at that, it had to be a penalty. Just chopped him from behind. Yep. And it's Fatty, is it, who's taking it, I think? They're calling him Fatty Bum Bum in the crowd, but that doesn't matter. It's 2-2. Very nicely taken. just low and hard. So we're 2-2. And we're straight into another highlight. Baldovino again on the left-hand side. But he's brought it back this time. Switched it nicely. The fullbacks. Oh! Good save by the keeper. Are they going to get a corner highlight? They are. But yeah, this doesn't seem to be coming to anything. Just playing it around. Ah, lovely. Very helpful. So we're coming into the last 5 minutes. Are we going to get a late highlight? Both teams very tired. No, that's all she wrote. 2-2 between the top dogs. And here's confirmation of the other results, as well as the league table. Obi won again, so he's only 6 points behind Romford now. He couldn't, could he? In the next set of fixtures, Dunk is away to Dupe, who only lost 1 game at home all season. And it's Indy's chance to try and spoil the Romford party.